Oh boy. Now, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to review this one because, well, I'll get to that when I get to it. I checked out Harry Potter and the Chambers of Secret, which I probably said the title very wrong, but it's kind of harder to remember all these goddamn titles. And, I really liked the first movie. I think the first movie is pretty damn good, maybe because I grew up watching it, but this one, I didn't hate it. But so far, it's the weakest one. But there are things to enjoy about this movie, right? Starting off with my positives is the flying car in this movie. Now it's kind of like a little small positive. It's kind of just like a thing like, well, hey, I kind of like that. Let's talk about it, and I write it down. But the reason I talk about it is because the it's like a old car, and me and my dad we like those because we actually own one. And when I was younger, I remember when I watched some of this movie when I was younger. I remember they would always have a flying car. They go around and then flying around and all of that. And I always ask my dad, I'm like, Dad, can we get a flying car? Nope, nope. We live in 2023. Back to the Future lied to us, you guys. They had flying cars, flying hoverboards in 2015. Where are flying cars in 2023, huh? And I am glad to see that the returning characters and actors from the original movie come back. Now, there's even small characters like this one guy who's kind of like in the first movie kind of goes up and grabs his frog when the one girl's giving out the rules about Hogwarts, and even in this one he comes back and he's like, there's a scene where the redhead guy, I'm blanking on his name still. I'll learn it one day though. Okay, okay, one. Sorry, thing was splashing out in the corner there. And yeah, he kind of like says like, "Oh, I got that type of letter one time. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me." There's even small characters in this movie that come back, and I am glad to see Alan Rickman's in here. I love Alan Rickman. I wish he didn't die though. Like the Dobby character. Now you hardly get to see him in this movie. He's not really in it, but he's there to tell Harry's like, "Don't go to Hogwarts" and all that. And Harry's just like, dude, I want to go to Hogwarts. This is my home. This is where I actually have friends. This is where people understand me. This is who I am at Hogwarts. But Dobby's like, no, you can't go back. I'm telling you, don't go back. And there's like a scene where he's like torturing him, like he's snapping his fingers and like he covers the cake over like his uncle's business interview or something just to get the job. Snaps his fingers, the cake falls on him, like frames it on him, and he's like, don't go to Hogwarts or I'm gonna make your life live in hell pretty much. And he's even in there where he gets them to miss the train so they won't go to Hogwarts. There's even a scene where after Harry breaks his arm playing that Quizlet sport, and he's just like, Harry, you weren't supposed to come here. You can't have history repeat itself. And Harry's like, what the hell are you talking about? And Dobby won't tell him. He won't tell him why he's telling him not to go to Hogwarts. He's not telling him why he shouldn't be there. He won't tell him any of this stuff. Then at the end you find out it's just kinda like the one kid's name, the white hair's dad, and he's like, yeah, I didn't want you to come here. Kinda felt weak. But I do like the Dobby character, and apparently he's in the last two movies, and yeah, let's see. I even like the final battle in this movie. I think it was actually much better than it was in the first movie. Now in the first movie, the final battle was just like, fly towards you, slap hands, use this little rock. The final battle in the first movie was like 3 minutes, but in this one, it's actually fun. You actually get some thrills and tense scenes where Harry's running away from this giant snake thing that's being controlled by Voldemort, which is the weird student in this one that claims that he is Voldemort. You even get like that scene, and then after he kills the dragon and goes up to Voldemort, and he finds out that his weakness, and he takes like the snake's tooth that bit him through his arm. He stabs the book and he kills him. I like that fight with the dragon where he uses the sword, and it's kind of like a old like warrior movies from like the early 80s and 90s, and kind of like knight movies where he's fighting off a dragon with a sword, like old fairy tale things. I really like that, and I don't know if it's a book. I'm gonna have to read the Harry Potter books after I'm done with this series. It's gonna be a wild ride for me with Harry Potter, man. And yeah, I think the final battle in this one was a lot better, and hopefully the final battles are just as good as this one. We hope better. Now on to my mixed aspects is the comedy. Now there are some parts here that actually made me laugh, like gut out laughing, but sometimes it would also make me giggle. But at the same time, it goes way too far with the comedy. I'm like, okay, I understand that you're trying to make people laugh here. You're trying to have like the kids here that are checking out this movie franchise. You're trying to get them to get little laughs and have a little fun in this 2 hour, 40-minute movie in the theater. But do you have to do it every 5 seconds? Now on to my negatives. Now, remember when I said in the beginning of this video that it's gonna be hard for me to review this movie? This is my negative. This movie to me feels more like a repeat of the first movie. You even get like little small things like the Quizlet, you get the little back and forth arguing with Harry and the one kid that I think turns into a villain, the one with the white hair. You, if you watch Sorcerer's Stone and then Chamber of Secrets, you're gonna tell that there's a lot of scenes pretty much taken out of the first movie, put it into this one. Now, apparently, the second book of the entire franchise is the shortest, and then the filmmakers just like, oh, we're just gonna add some random scenes here and there, and just kind of like random scenes just to make this 2 hours and 40 minutes. Wait, this is the longest movie in the series. Huh. I don't know why they made it 2 hours and 40 minutes, maybe just because the movie was such a huge success. They just had to make this movie longer. It's like I can just imagine the conversation we'll trying to think about this movie. How can we make this movie better? No, just take the scenes from the book and just add random scenes just to make it 2 hours and 40 minutes. That should work. All in all, guys, I did enjoy this movie. I don't think so far this is my least favorite, but I'm only 2 movies in, so I can't really brag about it too much. But let me know what you think about this movie. But for me, personally, I would say to go out and just stream it. Don't put it in your collection right away. Check it out on HBO Max right now. It's on there. Watch it on there and let me know what you think. So, what did you guys think of Harry Potter and the Chambers of Secrets? Do you like this one? Do you prefer this over Sorcerer's Stone? Or are you like me? This is so far your least favorite? Or is this your favorite? Let me know what you think about this movie in the comments below, and hopefully, you guys are going to enjoy my Harry Potter series review. This is a new thing for me. I'm going to try and review all of them daily, but like I said in my little post when I said that I was going to do this, do not expect them every single day because I do have school. I might get homework. Something might come up while I'm doing this, but I am going to try to do this weekly. I'm going to try and get all the Harry Potter movies out and Fantastic movies, and before Hogwarts Legacy comes out, and then rank them all and all that, and then play Hogwarts Legacy. But until my next review, take care.